So hello everyone, let us solve another lead code question, that is maximum score words formed by letters. So we are given a list of words, single characters list and a vector of score for each and every character, and we need to return the maximum score of any valid set of words formed by using these given letters. And it is not necessary to use all the character in this letter, and each and every letter has its corresponding score that is given by this score vector. So let us see this first example and try to understand what the question is saying and how we can derive solution out of it. So this is the first example that they have given. So the question is saying that we have to make words which are given in this words vector using the help of this letter vector letters. So using these letters we need to make a particular word, and for that particular word we need to first calculate the score. Now how will we calculate the score? For example, we have made a word cat. So the score of this word would be the score of C plus the score of A plus the score of T. Now the score of each and every individual alphabet is given by this score vector. So we need to calculate the score, and in the end we need to make words such that our score is maximized. So in the first example, they have said the maximum score that we can get is 23, and that is by forming the word dad and good. So let us see how we can make a score of 23 with the help of dad and good. So first, if we are making a word dad, so one thing to make sure that we have 2D at least present in our letter vector. So yeah, 2 D's are present. So we will utilize these 2 D's and 1 A to make this letter word dad. So we will check for making a particular word, we will check if we can make this particular word or not, or we have sufficient letters for making this word or not. If it is, then we will calculate the score. So what will be the score of dad? It will be the score of individual alphabets added all together. So D score is, so this is score of A, B, C and D. So 5 is for D. So 5, A is 1, and 5 is D again. So it will be 11. Now for good. For good we will again check if it is possible to make this word good or not. So we will check in our letter, if G is present, it's G is present. Now 2 O are present or not? Yes, 2 O are present. Now if a particular D is present or not? Yes, D is present, but this D should not be from these 2 D's because we have already utilized in making this word dad. So this D should be some other D. So yes, good can be made because we have all possible characters. So the score of this good will be score of each and every individual alphabet summed all together. Now for G we will calculate its score, or we will see what the score of G is. So this was still D, then E, F, G. So G is 3. Now for O, F, this was still G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N and O. For O we have 2. So we will add 2 times 2, and for D we have 5. So we have a total score of 12. Now 11 plus 12 is equal to 23, and that was our answer also, which is for this particular example. Now how we will do this question? Now if you see the constraints of the question, it is very small. Now the word length is less than equal to 14, and a particular length of word is also less than equal to 15. So we can check each and every possible scenario. Now what do I mean by that? Let me erase this. Now let's say we have been given all these words like dog, cat, dad and good. Now we can check by taking this particular word or not taking this particular word, by taking this particular word or not taking this particular word, by taking it and not taking it, by taking it and not taking it. So it is a simple backtracking. But is it the only thing that we need to do? Is it really that easy that we just need to check two conditions by taking and not taking it? No, because they have given us the constraints that a particular word can only be formed if its letters are present in this letter vector. So before we take a particular word, we just need to check if this word can really be possible to make by these letters or not. If it is possible, then we can take it, or again we have choice to not take it. If this word is not possible to make, then we have only one choice to not take it. So it is a simple backtracking with some conditions that a particular word we need to check if it is really possible to make or not. And if it is possible, and if we are taking that, then we will calculate the corresponding score. So it can be done in a brute force way. The way I showed you the example, the way I calculated the score, we will do the exact same approach in a brute force way with the help of backtracking, because the constraints are also very low. So what we will do is, for a particular word, we will check first if it is possible to make or not. So is possible. Now how will we check if it is possible to make or not? We will first calculate how many letters are required or how much characters are required to make this particular word dog. Then we will check into our letter vector, are these amount of sufficient characters are present in our letters or not. If that much letters are present, that means it is possible to make. Then we will take that character and add that score to our answer. And again we have choice if it is possible to not take it. We will also see that not take condition. Otherwise, if it is not possible to make this word, or the letters we don't have sufficient letters, so we have only one option to not take it. So we will do this for each and every word. So let us see the code now and let us understand in a more better way. So let us see the code now. So first of all, I will declare a map character, and this map will store the occurrences of each and every letter present in our letter vector. So first of all, we will store each and every occurrence or frequency of each and every letter. So with the help of this for loop, we are storing the each and every occurrence of each and every letter. Let's say in this case we have O present 2 times. So O will be counted. This map will store the frequency of O as 2. For G it will store the frequency as 1. For D it will store frequency as 3. So this map will store the frequency of each and every letter present in our letter vector, this one. Now we need to do the backtracking. So we will do the backtracking with the help of this solve function. Now this solve function will contain this word, these letters, then we have the score and the index we are currently present at. So our indexing will be starting from 0. So I am initializing it with 0, and we will also pass on this map. Now let us write the solve function. We'll be iterating with the help of 5, and I am now passing the map. Now first of all is the base case. Now what is the base case? Now if we have reached the end of this vector word, that means we have completed this entire iteration. So if our word I is greater than or equal to words dot size, that means we reach the end of the array and there is no possible word to make. So we will return 0, because the score will now be 0, because we don't have any word, so its score will be 0 obviously. So we will return 0. Then we have two conditions, either not take or take. So first we will write the not take condition. So not take condition is simple, just move forward by increment your I by +1. And we have mapped. So in the not take condition, we are just moving forward. So in the take condition, we will first check if it is possible to make a particular word. We are standing on word I for now. So we are iterating with the help of I, and we will check if this particular word of I is possible to make with the current frequency of characters or not. So we will make a function is possible, which will check if a particular word of I is possible to make or not. And we will also pass the map for getting the frequency. Now if it is possible, that means we will take this, we will make this word, and by making this word I means we will decrement the frequency of each and every letter from our letter vector, or not letter vector, the map that we have created. Now why we are doing that? Now if we have made this word dog, let's say for example, now it is possible to make this word dog, let's say we made it. So that means that one D will get exhausted, one O will get exhausted, and one G will get exhausted. So I need to remove, or I need to decrease the frequency of these three characters from our map, because we have utilized this to make a word dog. So that's why first we need to decrement the frequency in our map. So sorry, it will be J here because I we have already used for iterating. So particular word of I's jth character we have utilized. So utilized means we have used that particular word, so we need to decrement its frequency from our map. Now after decrementing, we need to calculate the result, or we need to calculate the score. Now we will first initialize the score by 0, because initially our score will be 0 obviously, and we'll get the score by this not take condition. The score that we get from this not take condition will be like, it will be in the recursive way. Whatever score will we get from the further recursion call will be stored here with the not take condition. For this take condition, we will not add that score, because these two conditions are different. Either we can take a particular word or not take. So we need to take the maximum score that we get from this not take condition or from this take condition. Now score from this take condition would be what? We need to calculate the score for this corresponding word. Let's say we have taken this word dog. So first we need to calculate what is the score of this word dog and what I am getting the score from the further recursion calls. So first we need to calculate the score. So for that we will again make one function which will calculate the score for a particular word. So we will make a function get score which will give us the score of this particular word, plus whatever result I get from the further recursion calls, we will add it to our answer. Now the parameters here would remain same: words, letters, score, and I+1 for iterating to the next element, and map. Now if we have already, if we have taken this element, that is fine, but for backtracking we have two conditions, right? Even if it is possible to make a word, we have discussed, we again have two options: either we can take it or not take it. Now this is for taking condition. Now for not taking, we just need to remove the word. Now by removing, I mean we need to again add the frequency of that particular word into our map. Again take the example of this dog. Now if we have utilized this dog, that means we need to decrement the frequency of each and every character present to make this dog. Now if we are not taking it, so we need to again add that frequency of each and every character, because in the not take condition we can't just move simply forward. If we move simply forward, this will we have decremented the frequency. So if we are just moving forward, that means in the not take condition also we are taking this particular word, but we don't want that. So for that we need to again update its frequency or increase the frequency to remove that word from our like subset, in the subset, or you can say from our given score. So again we will iterate the like entire map and again increment the frequency of each and every letter which was required to make a word, because now we don't have to take that word. So we have incremented the frequency of each and every letter for the corresponding word of I. Now we need to write this is possible function and get score function to get the score and check if it is possible to make a word or not. So let us write this is possible first. Now I am taking a string w and map char comma int. Now how will we check if it is possible to make this string w or not? First of all we need to check how many letters are present in this word. So for that we are again making a map and we are calculating each and every letter's frequency. So mp2 of w of I plus plus. Now how to check if these letters are available, or if these letters are present in our map or not, or is it possible to make this particular word or not? So it is simple, because if we require 1D, 1O and 1G to make dog, in this map also there must be frequency of 1D, 1O and 1G. If it is not, we will return false, or if all these are present, we will return true. So we will iterate over this map it with the help of it, and we will iterate over this mp2 which is storing the frequency of each and every letter of word of I. So we will check if it.second, which is the map2's frequency of a particular word, if it is greater than mp of it.first, then we will return false. Now I'll explain what it is, what does it mean. Otherwise we will return true. So we are iterating over mp2. Now what does that mean? We have a particular word, let's say dog. So we have counted the frequency of each and every letter present in this word dog. Now we are iterating over this dog, which is not dog, the map which is storing the frequency of dog. Now for dog it will first check for D, let's say. So it.second will be the frequency of D which is required to make dog. So in dog only one D is present, so it.second will be 1. Now we will check the corresponding D frequency in our original map, that is containing all the letters frequency from this vector letters. So if in this main map if D is not present or D occurrence is less than 1, that is 0, that means we can't make this dog. Or if it is, then we will continue iterating, and if we reach the end of this map we will return true, because now it is possible to make. So for again it will go to O, it will check if O frequency is greater than our actual frequency or actual available letters. So if it is true, that means we can't make this particular word, so it will return false from here itself. Otherwise it will keep on checking the next letters, and none of the letters is getting the false result, that means it is possible to make, then we will return true. So this was the is possible function. Now we will write this get score function. Now get score, we need to pass the score vector also. So let us write this get score function. So it will again contain a string w and vector of int and score. So we are storing the entire score in the answer variable, and we are iterating to each and every individual letter in this string W. So first of all, we need to get the score for a particular letter, but this is stored in like numeric way. It is giving us the directly score. So index 0 represents A, index 1 represents B. So first of all, we need to convert it into integer value. So what we will do is index value will be given by let's say I define int id. So w of I minus a will give us the corresponding index for this particular letter. For example, for dog, so d minus a, so d minus a, so a is so it will be giving us the 4, so not 4, sorry, actually it will be given 3. So we will look at the index 3. So index 3 is 5. So for d we will get the score of 5. So we will add it to our answer, score of id, and we will continue for each and every letter, and in the end we will return answer. So this was it about the code. Let us summarize what we are doing. First of all, we are counting the frequency of each and every letter present in our letter vector, and then we are doing a backtracking. Now in backtracking, first is the base case, then we have two conditions, either we don't want to take or we want to take. So for not taking, we are simply moving our I pointer to next word. Now if we want to take a particular word, then we need to check if it is really possible to make that word from our given letters or not. So that we are checking. Now if it is possible, we again have two options, either we can take that word or not take that word. So if we are taking, first we need to decrement its frequency in our map and then move forward. Now if we are not taking, we need to again update that frequency. Now by making the is possible function, now I am showing how we made this is possible function. So in is possible, we are again making another map for this string W, which will calculate the frequency of each and every letter present in this W. So we have made the frequency map. Now we will iterate on this frequency map for this word W. Now for each and every letter present in this W, we will check if it's if the particular letter occurrence is lower than the original vector or original map, that is MP, that means we can make that, we can utilize this particular word, otherwise we cannot. So we are returning false, and it will continue for each and every letter for this string W, and in the end we will return true. Now for get score, we are initializing our answer to 0, and for each and every letter present in this W, we are calculating the score. Now for score, we need to get the index. So index we are calculating this by this way, by this method, and we are adding it to our answer, and in the end we are just returning that answer. So this is how this code is. Let us run if this works on sample test case or not. So it is giving us the error. So line 41. Oh, so in the end we need to return this result also. So return res. So yeah, it works fine on sample test case. Let us submit. So yeah, our code got accepted. Hope you learned from this video. Thank you.